press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, in last video we discussed about the sclerenchyma fibers and sclerites. So today now we discuss about types of sclerites. Types of sclerites. Okay. So the sclerites are divided into, depend upon their shape, they are divided into following types. First type, brachy sclerites. Brachy sclerites. In brachy sclerites, here the sclerenchyma means the sclerites are having isodiametric type of cells, means they had uniform length and width. The cells are isodiametric, they are hard in nature, and in each cells contains branched type of pits. So here there is somewhat branched type of pits are found. So it is called as brachy sclerites. Branched pits are observed and the cells are isodiametric. Cells are isodiametric. They are uniform length and breadth, and pits is branch. Next type of sclerites is macro sclerites. Macro sclerites. In macro sclerites, the sclerites shape, it is somewhat pillar shape. So in branchy sclerites, what happens? The lignin deposition occurs in the form of branched pits. It's not uniform. Here and there it is not uniform, here and there it is absent, the lignin deposition is absent, so it appears in the form of branched pits. Whereas in macro sclerites, the cells are somewhat pillar shaped cells and lignin deposition is uniform. The cells are pillar shaped cells. Based on the shape, the sclerites is divided into following types: brachy sclerites, then macro sclerites. Here the lignin deposition is uniform. So sclerites belong to sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma consists hard chemical substance called as lignin, right? Okay. So in macro sclerites, the cells are pillar shaped cells. and lignin deposition is uniform. In next coming types, the lignin deposition is uniform. Next, third type. The third type is osteosclerites. Third type is osteosclerites. In osteosclerites, the shape of the cell, it appears like yes, the name itself indicates the cells appears in the form of bone shape. The cells are in the form of bone shaped cells are called as osteosclerites. Here also the lignin deposition is uniform throughout the cell. Osteo means cells of bone, so bone shaped cells. See, the types of sclerites are very important for competitive exam, it is not for theory exam. Next types, so ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ, brachysclerites. Here lignin deposition occurs in such a way that the pits are branched. Okay. Then macrosclerites, the pillar shaped sclerites. Then osteosclerites, they are bone shaped cells. Fourth type, osteosclerites. Osteosclerites. Here, sclerites shape, name itself indicates they are in the shape of star shape. So the cells are somewhat star shaped cells. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ ಶೇಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ, ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಶೇಪ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. And the lignin deposition occurs uniform throughout the cell. Next, so here star shape cells. Then last type is trichosclerites. Trichosclerites are somewhat air-shaped cells, long air-shaped cells, and it is branched into 3 lobes. Okay, you can notice here It is somewhat long ear-shaped cells, and the cells are branched into 3 lobes. 1, 2, 3. So here trichosclerites are ear-shaped cells branched into 3 lobes. Branched into 3 lobes. So these are the different types of sclerites: brachysclerites, macrosclerites, osteosclerites, astrosclerites, and trichosclerites. Take down this. Okay, so we discussed about simple permanent tissue, where we discussed about parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma and their types and functions. Next type of permanent tissue is complex permanent tissues. Complex permanent tissues. Complex permanent tissues is made up of heterogeneous masses of cells, and all the cells, even though they are made up of heterogeneous masses of cells, all the cells coordinate together to perform common or same function. In the simple permanent tissue, the cells are made up of homogeneous antandre same type of cells, but they perform same function. But here it is made up of heterogeneous different types of cells, but they coordinate together to perform same function. So complex permanent tissue is made up of heterogeneous mass of cells, but coordinate together to perform same or common or same function. Right? The complex permanent tissues are of 2 types, that is xylem and phloem. Xylem is called as water and mineral absorption tissue or conduction tissue, whereas phloem is called as food conduction or conducting tissue. Xylem is water and mineral conduction tissue, phloem is food conducting tissue. Okay, so now we will discuss detailed concept about xylem. Next, so now we will study the xylem. I already told you, xylem is the complex permanent tissue made for conduction of water and minerals from soil, that is from soil, water and minerals will pass through soil to root, from roots to all parts of the plant body. Xylem is involved in conduction of water and minerals. Then the xylem is the Greek term. The name of the xylem is called as wood. It is called as wood. ವುಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಹೇಳಲು ಕಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ವುಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆ ವುಡ್ನ ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, xylem ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ xylem. Components of xylem. So we know that xylem is the complex tissue. So it is made up of heterogeneous masses of cells, that is different types of cells. Okay, so the different types of cells are called as components of xylem. So here the xylem components is called as tracheids, trachea or vessels, then xylem fibers, next xylem parenchyma. Tracheids, trachea, xylem fibers and xylem parenchyma. Among these the first three very important for competitive. First three are non-living. They are non-living, means they are dead. Whereas xylem parenchyma is only living. It's only living tissue, or it is involved in storing of food materials. So first three are non-living or dead tissues. They are dead where their protoplasma is absent. The cytoplasm and nucleus undergoes disintegration at maturity. The cells are dead, but they are involved in performing the conduction of water and minerals to plant body. So we will discuss one by one in detail. So now we will discuss the components of xylem. So first one, study about tracheids and parallelly about trachea. Trachea, it is also called as vessels. Trachea or vessels. Okay. Next, See, this tracheids are nothing but elongated or tubular cells. Tracheids are elongated tubular cells with tapering or pointed ends. Elongated with tapering or pointed ends. ಉದ್ದವಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ, ಉದ್ದವಾಗಿ elongated ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಉದ್ದವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ with tapering or pointed ends. And this is the primitive form of xylem in conduction of water. So, next the trachea. Trachea are also elongated or tubular cells. Trachea are also elongated tubular cells, but with what? With rounded ends. With rounded ends. See here. Here, these are tubular cells and their end walls are round in shape, but here the end walls are pointed. Okay, then end walls are not perforated. Here the end walls are not perforated. Perforation means pores, small holes, ರಂಧ್ರಕಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಎಂಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಂಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಯಾ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್, ಎಂಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ perforated. ಎಂಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪರ್ಫೋರೇಟೆಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಪರ್ಫೋರೇಟೆಡ್, ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಎನಿ perforations. Then this tracheids had narrow lumen. Lumen means cavity. Cavity inside the cell is called as lumen. ಇದು lumen ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ lumen ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿದೆ. ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಸಣ್ಣವಾದಂಥ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ವೈಡ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, ಅಗಲವಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಲುಮೆನ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಯದಲ್ಲಾದರೆ ವೈಡರ್ ಲುಮೆನ್. ಟ್ರೇಕಿಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಲುಮೆನ್ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಅಗಲವಾಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಲುಮೆನ್ and does not contain what perforation at the tips, what happens, end walls are not perforated in tracheids and it contains narrow lumen. ಇವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಪ್ಪ ಸೈಜಿಂದು ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಲುಮೆನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಫೋರೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ದಲೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲೆಸ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ವೆರಾಸ್ ದ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಯಾ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಫೋರೇಟೆಡ್ ಎಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈಡರ್ ಲುಮೆನ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ more water. That is, tracheids is less efficient in conduction of water, whereas trachea is more efficient in conduction of water. The next difference, see this, tracheids are single celled. It is single celled, whereas trachea is multicellular. The cells are placed one above the other. The cells are placed one above the other to form a continuous water column or water pipeline like structure. Okay. Then see this, tracheids, they are involved in movement of water by the pores or pits present on the surface of cell. Okay, but the trachea also contains pores on its surface, many number of pores, huge pores on the cell surface. So it is also called as porous. It is also called as porous wood. Very, very important in competitive exam, especially for NEET, which is the porous wood, that is trachea or vessels. So whereas tracheids are called as non-porous wood. Tracheids are called as non-porous wood. Next, the occurrence of tracheids. Tracheids are found in pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and very, very important, primitive angiosperms. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಟೆರಿಡೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಜಿಮ್ನೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದೆನ್ ಪ್ರಿಮಿಟಿವ್ ಆಂಜಿಯೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ವೇರಾಸ್ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಯಾ had adaptation in flowering plants or in angiosperms, so it is present only in flowering plant or angiosperms. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಬರೆಯೋದು, ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಬರೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು. ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ನ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್, 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್, 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಯಾ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿಮಿಟಿವ್ ಝೈಲಮ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಡ್ಸ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಟೆರಿಡೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್, ಜಿಮ್ನೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಿಮಿಟಿವ್ ಆಂಜಿಯೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಟೆರಿಡೋಫೈಟ್, ಜಿಮ್ನೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆಂಜಿಯೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಎವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ಆಂಜಿಯೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಟ್ರೇಕಿಯಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಟ್ರೇಕಿಯಾ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ಆಂಜಿಯೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೋರ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್, ವೆರಸ್ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್. Then another one is difference main important for competitive. Porous wood is present, is called as trachea. Non-porous wood is called as tracheids. Okay, take down the difference. Okay, next components, that is xylem fibers. Xylem fibers means the sclerenchyma fibers which is associated with xylem is called xylem fibers. The sclerenchyma tissue or fibers which is associated with xylem is called as xylem fibers. The main function of xylem fibers is giving support or mechanical strength to xylem. So xylem is involved in conduction of water. The movement of water taken place inside the xylem, so it gives mechanical strength to xylem tissue. Okay. Next, xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma means the parenchyma cells which is associated with xylem. Parenchyma cells associated with xylem is called as xylem parenchyma and it is living tissue. But here the cells are thin and cellulosic. Here the cells are very thin and it is cellulosic. Okay. Next, the xylem parenchyma is only the living tissue, living components of the xylem. The xylem parenchyma function is involved in storage of food like starch, oils and tannins. So it is involved in storage of food like starch, oils and tannins. Then it is involved in conduction of radial conduction of water by ray parenchyma. So ray parenchyma cells, they are found in the stellar region. So where they are involved in conduction of water. So radial conduction of water occurs by medullary ray parenchyma tissue. Very important. See this is important for NEET exam, and the cellulosic thin is important. ನಾವು xylem ಅಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ thick ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ xylem parenchyma is thin and it is made up of cellulosic. So it is involved in storage of starch, oils and tannins. So it is very important for competitive. See the tylosis. important for NEET. So what is this? What are tyloses? Tyloses are nothing but the xylem parenchyma cells. Xylem or okay, xylem parenchyma cells produce button or balloon shaped structure into the lumen of xylem. See, the xylem parenchyma cells produce button or balloon shaped structure into lumen of xylem is called as tyloses. So see here, this is the xylem, okay. So in older xylem vessels, the parenchyma cells is associated with the xylem. It's called as xylem parenchyma. This is the xylem parenchyma. The parenchyma cells produce an inward button shaped structure. See here, it is produced inside the button shaped structure inside the lumen of xylem. So here you can notice the development of button shaped structures and this button shaped structure are called as tyloses. This is the lumen inside the xylem vessels, okay. Then see the tyloses, it is present in older xylem and it block the movement of water. So it will block the movement of water and minerals in the xylem, and the xylem will become hard. And it provide only the mechanical support to the plant body. It lose the function of conduction of water and minerals. But in the condition like stress, so where there is the drought, so ಯಾವಾಗ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಗೆ ನೀರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ಟೈಲೋಸಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿ xylem vessels ಒಳಗೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ xylem vessels ಒಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಸೊ ಆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ವಾಟರ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ಫುಡ್ನ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಡ್ರಾಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬದುಕಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ tyloses. Tyloses in drought condition, the tyloses will break and it will break down and it will fall into the conducting tissue and it provide the water and food for the conducting tissue for their survival in extreme drought condition, okay. So this is the important thing of tyloses. Is very important for competitive. It is not asked in theory exam. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, finally, see the lignin deposition occurs in different manner inside the trachea and in vessels. So based on the appearance or based on the pattern of arrangement of lignin deposition inside the xylem vessels, okay, the tracheids or trachea are of different types. So types of tracheids or vessels based on lignin deposition. So first one, annular. In annular, the lignin deposition so the lignin deposition occurs in the form of ring. So lignin deposition, annular, tracheids or vessels. Here the lignin deposition occurs in lignin deposition in ring, the form of ring. Okay. Next type, spiral. Spiral tracheids or vessels. So here the lignin deposition occurs in the form of spring or spiral inside the lumen of xylem vessels. So your lignin deposition occurs in the form of spiral. Okay, spiral. Next, third type, that is reticulate. Reticulate. In reticulate type, the lignin deposition occurs in the form of network. In reticulate, the lignin deposition occurs in the form of network. Means it had connection between one lignin deposition to another lignin deposition. ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಟು ಟವರ್, ಟವರ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ಗೂ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ಗೂ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ರೆಟಿಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ರೈಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಫಾರಮ್. ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಫಾರಮ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ lignin deposition occurs in the form of ladder. ಸೊ ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು xylem ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಹೌದಾ? xylem ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಶೇಪ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏಣಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಕೆಲರಿ ಫಾರಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಪಿಟ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಟ್ರೇಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್. ಆ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಯದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಿಟ್ಟೆಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತವೆ. ದೋಸ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕಾಮನಾಗಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಬಯಾಲಜಿಕಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಅಕರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಿಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೇಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್. ಸೊ ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಆನ್ಯುಲಾರ್, ಓಕೆ. ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸ್ಪೈರಲ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಆನ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೈರಲ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ರೆಟಿಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಲ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪಿಟ್ಟೆಡಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ದ ಲಿಗ್ನಿನ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ ಅಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, so we discussed about xylem components and its types. Okay, thank you.